That's actually me on guitar. I don't know if you know that, but I played that. That's a C, E, I don't know anything I'm talking about. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's high noon in the desert. That means it's time for Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. TM. We need to TM that, Ryan. That's my hook. Longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. It's only me. So here you can see we're at the lovely South Point Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's a sports book right behind me. A lot of activity last night for Monday Night Football. I was there watching it. A lot of screaming, a lot of hollering, mostly by dejected Jets fans. It was ugly. Jets fans, it was an ugly game. Zach Wilson isn't the answer. I saw Aaron Rodgers throwing 58-yard bombs in warm-ups. They measured it. They said he could throw 60 yards, and he was in like high tops.
He's not still wearing the boot, is he?
Kind of, yeah, he is. And then he said, I guess at the end of the game, he went up to the Chargers, the one DB, I can't remember his name. He's like, when you coming back? And Aaron Rodgers is like, few weeks. But I mean, that's also kind of conversational where you're like, I'll be back in a few weeks. But anyway, hey, let's get back to the show. Anyway, thank you for watching the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're growing, we're building, we're getting clicks, we're getting subscribers. What's the tally, Timpani? How many subscribers?
573.
573, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you. We've flew past 500. So make sure you share the show with friends, subscribe. We got a big show. Today is November 7th, 2023. It's election day. It's election day, and I vote that you tell your friends about this show. I also vote to ban the Burger King commercials. It's enough. The song is in our head. You win, Burger King. But I actually think it's not worth. I think people are boycotting Burger King because of the Ryan, sing it. You rule.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
There's
it's also show number 22.
There we go.
Show number 22. Oh, play the Taylor Swift song.
Oh, that's an ad.
You actually have it?
That's an ad.
It was an ad. You were going to play it and surprise me.
Hey.
I'm feeling 22.
Just from the beginning.
All right, we're 22, ladies and gentlemen. I was singing it, but that's enough. Today on the show, from the Rampart Casino, the nicest guy in sports betting, from it's in Summerlin, nearby Summerlin, the Rampart Casino, Duane Colucci. Colucci. You have to do that and anytime we can have another Italian on the show here in the desert, we're very happy about it. But back in the studio for the entire show today, she's the A in the Friday Parlay. It's Alex White is here, sports betting analyst.
Yeah,
Alex White. Alex, me, you, and Ryan, we had the Friday Parlay.
It was the greatest thing that we ever invented.
It's the greatest thing.
It just happened that day.
It happened that day. It happened naturally.
Spur of the moment.
And that's how we invented I went Frank, Alex, Ryan, Parlay.
And then you added on to it because I picked Indiana.
You had Indiana Pacers plus 2.5. They won outright, I believe.
And then you picked the Raiders against the Giants. Daniel Jones. So then we did Indiana Jones.
Yeah. And she had the Oklahoma State Cowboys, which is kind of like Indiana Jones. It was the whole Indiana Jones thing.
Yeah.
It happened it was a beautiful accident. We cashed a ticket. So we're going to do that again this Friday. Alex will be back on Friday. We'll do another Friday. So here you are at the top of the show.
That is great.
Oh, yeah, look.
I was watching your show yesterday, and I saw that pop up.
Yeah. And
well done.
And Ryan used the picture of him in the mustache. That's from our Halloween episode.
Yep.
Also from when brief period in the 70s when he did porn. And then also we have the little Chris Farley coin underneath there because it's actual. We didn't get the coin yet. Did anyone buy the coin for me yet?
We have not heard anything.
We haven't heard anything about the Chris Farley coin that we want to use for coin flips.
Well, I think I'm going to put the money that I made from my portion into a little jar, and I'm going to start saving up for that coin.
Should we do a fund with our parlays for the Chris Farley coin? This is a good idea, Ryan. We might have to do it.
It's not bad.
Although Ryan's like, I have a baby on the way.
Right.
I'd like to keep my 60.
Kind of want that cash. Anyway, we're going to do another one. Alex, we're going to talk sports later with you, right? There's a big slate tonight. There's no NBA action. Does anyone know why?
Election day. Yeah. David Silver, the commissioner, said, we're not going to play on election day. And I think that's great to encourage more people to go out and vote. And it's only a certain number of states that are having elections today.
Yeah. So. But the NBA gets a day off. And then when you go vote, they rub the little ash on your forehead, right? Is that what it is? Or is that Ash Wednesday? I get confused.
Yeah.
As a Catholic, I should know this.
Yeah.
Do you get the vote stickers here in Nevada? Do we do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that I'm a Nevadan. It's not Nevadian.
No I.
Nevadan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to some Frank Fast takes. This was the greatest story of the night last night. College basketball started last night, right? Everyone's very excited around the book. We have a hot tip later we can talk about from Matt Neverett as a college pick tonight. If he doesn't mind giving it out. It's not pari-mutuel betting. It's not horse betting, so it's not like we're going against each other.
Sharing the pot, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, I want to talk about this story. It was a big night in college hoops. It was a tip-off of basketball. And in West Lafayette, Indiana, where the Purdue Boilermakers tipped off against the Sanford Bulldogs, it was also a little night. That's because of Buckyball. I don't know if you know about Buckyball, but their head coach, Bucky McMillan, who should be doing television. If he doesn't coach basketball, he should be a commentator of some sort. Because he had the brilliant idea for the jump ball to start the first game of the season. Watch this hype video, ladies and gentlemen. It's unbelievable. This is Bucky McMillan. Bucky McMillan. Say that 3 times fast, Ryan.
Hype. Yep.
There it is. All right. No, not that. We don't want to see the jump ball.
The hype.
No, stop that. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Next Monday for every team across the country.
We need
every
the
game
audio,
can start with the jump ball. Some say to win that jump ball, you got to
Okay, so this is the head coach of Sanford Bulldogs.
It's not about height, it's about heart.
Said they're opening up against Zach Edey, who's 7'5".
Not about height, it's about heart.
It's about heart. It's not about height, it's about heart. So there he is.
Some say 7'4", some say 7'10".
Some say 7'10".
We got a secret weapon for that.
Now here's the secret weapon for Sanford, my new hero. Okay, he's sitting, but there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
We got some intense training we're going to be doing over the next 5 days to show you how big Dallas Graziani at 5'7".
He whispers.
5'7.5".
Dallas Graziani at 5'7".
Give him the half inch.
Jump ball. We'll see you 5:30, West Lafayette.
Half inches matter.
Jump circle, Big Zach.
I love it. All right, pause it right there. That's the Bulldogs. So listen.
Come a long way.
Yeah, pause it right there for a second. That's Dallas Graziani. Vinny, we got another Italian. Vinny. Let Vinny know there's another Italian on the show. Dallas Graziani. This guy's all 5'7.5", who, yes, I look up to now as a hero, but I also look up to him because he's an inch taller than me. Anyway, he did some Rocky-esque training, right? They wanted to get him primed for this, for the season tip against All-American Zach Edey. So I think we have some footage of him training for the jump ball, right? All right, watch this. This is unbelievable, Alex. This guy, they want to get him. They want to get the kid ready.
Oh, that's the actual jump ball.
That's the actual.
It's
you know, ladies and gentlemen, we usually don't televise the rehearsals, but we are today.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Here he is.
Where we were 4 days ago.
All right, so here's Bucky McMillan again. I love this guy. So look at this. Here we go. You can almost hear the Rocky theme. He's not ready. Alex, he's not ready.
Go get it, D. Go get it.
Look.
No.
Against this Neanderthal of a man.
This guy's not even jumping.
He's not even jumping.
Am I supposed to let him win?
This is prepping him for when he faces Zach Edey.
Let him win.
Okay, come on, Dallas.
Come on, Dallas.
You ready?
I think so.
All right, so this was the final episode. This is after all the training.
You think so? Dude. This man wants to destroy you. This man wants to humiliate you.
Unbelievable.
This man wants to.
This is my new favorite team along with Pitt. I'm going to bet on Sanford all year. Thank God I didn't last night, though, but hold on.
What are you going to do about it?
All right, here we go.
What are you going to do?
Let's do it. Jump ball montage. Come on, Dallas. Let's do it, Dallas. Get pumped.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, he's going against the whole team now. Watch him. Look at the ups. Yeah! White man can't jump. Beat this guy. He beat him 2 in a row. Uh-oh. Oh, they bring in the guy who owned him 4 days ago.
All right, D, this is what we've been training
Come on, Dallas. Come on, DG.
This is what we've been training for.
Get up there. Get up.
Get up.
The coach is awesome. He gets him. Swarm him. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there it was. This all led to the actual jump ball last night, which we've already kind of seen, but we're going to show it. I mean, I'm pumped. I know my man's going to do it, right?
So was that all over their social media pages?
Yeah, all over
or?
their social media.
Fantastic. Colleges have stepped up their game so
And look
much
at this.
with their social
He doesn't
media.
even jump.
Sorry.
And then there's a jump ball.
Doesn't even jump.
And he missed.
He didn't even jump. He didn't even jump. All that practicing, all the hype. He choked. He choked, Ryan. Shaved his head to be more aerodynamic.
The moment got too big.
The moment got too big for him. Oh, God. He lost by 20 inches. And they also lost the game. Final score of the game, was it close? I think the line was like 22. No, they lost by 50 points. They lost
53.
by 53 points. Please tell me, Ryan, please give me the good news that Dallas Graziani at least scored.
He scored.
He scored?
He scored.
How many points?
4.
He had 4 points. He had 4.
4 points, 2 boards, 1 assist.
He had 2 boards?
One board,
One
two
board.
assists.
You took a board away from him. God. All right, moving on to the next fast take. Anyway,
I like that. I
Unbelievable,
enjoyed
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. College sports has really come a long way.
Yeah. They do a great job. Their marketing, their social media, they've made you want to cheer for these teams that are smaller. You don't really know about them. You see a story like that, you're like, I'm on board.
I'm rooting for Sanford. Now, I didn't even know what state Sanford it was in. Do you have any idea of where Sanford is?
I didn't.
Matt.
Alabama. It's in Alabama. Yeah. Alabama. I didn't know that, but I now love Sanford.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Stanford. So
Sam.
Sanford. Yeah, which my dad's name was Sam, so I love Sanford. All right. So let's move on. Alex, did you happen to see Arnold Schwarzenegger's ass last night on TV?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. I'm not talking about a rerun of The Terminator on HBO, which there it is right there. Are we allowed to show that? Sure. Why not? I had said, do we have to blur it out? Nope. Let's show Arnold's ass. Why not? Yeah, The Terminator wasn't on HBO, but Arnold was last night on Monday Night Football on the Manning Cast.
Right.
And he's very eccentric would be the word, the former governor. And he's a big Chargers fan because he was once the governor. And here's Arnold Schwarzenegger last night on the show with the Manning brothers. Now, pay close attention to Peyton Manning on this clip. Okay, so there you go. Go Chargers, go.
Go. Go Chargers, go.
That was when he was governor.
Right,
and
why did he have to?
Right now, Arnold
Oh,
Schwarzenegger.
yes.
Arnold, you're a 7-time Mr. Olympia, one of the most famous actors in
Peyton's
history.
face.
Yeah, Peyton's face on that. Here's Peyton's replay.
What did he say?
It's like, is this Hollywood CGI? What's going on? By the way, I love that Peyton reacts to it. Eli, oblivious, just going right into the stats, going right into the introduction of 7-time Olympia. And the donkey's name is Lulu.
Okay.
Lulu the donkey. Do you have pets?
I do. I have dogs.
Yeah, what kind of dogs do you have?
Pets. I have a black lab and
Normal
then a
pets.
small little mix. He's like an Italian Greyhound and Chihuahua mix.
Oh, unbelievable. What are their names?
He's
Is it another Italian? Vinny, we got an Italian dog. We got Colucci on the show. We got Dallas Graziani. We got Frank Nicotero. We got Alex Suedo. What are your dogs' names?
Cooper and Bentley.
Cooper and Bentley. Very nice. Cooper. That's right.
It's very basic, right?
Yeah, but that's all
compared
right.
to the donkey.
I got Marty and Scooby. I mean, those are pretty common names too. You got to have a couple dogs,
I
though,
got
right?
Kova and Obi.
You have what?
Kova and Obi.
What's Kova from?
Well, so it's actually Korra,
Okay.
and that's like an animated character.
Right. Oh,
and then
God.
she changed it.
I'm
to
so bored already. I'm
Kova.
sorry. Wait, was that out loud? Was my mic on? No. Yeah, you told me about that. That's anime.
I told you your hair looked good yesterday.
Was that you that told me my hair looked good?
No.
Okay. By the way,
Just
that's
a live
funny
comment.
because the whole hair comment yesterday's been playing in my head, and today, not as good. Not as good. Whoever said that.
At least it's still there.
It's still there. It is. It's holding on. To help.
Shower today.
What's that? No shower today? How do you know that? Have I gone over my shower schedule on the show already? I shower on Mondays. I don't need to shower today. I don't sweat.
What are we
Let's get
doing?
back to the show. All right. Anyway. Yeah, that's true. So anyway, Arnold, yeah, I don't know. I hope he had the Chargers minus 3.5 to feed Lulu, but the Chargers covered in one of the most boring games of all time.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game?
I watched the first quarter.
Right. It was unwatchable.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson is not the answer.
Yeah.
And which is interesting because there's some quarterbacks out there, some names floating around, but Salah's sticking with Zach Wilson. But we just saw some late news here. We're breaking news possibly for you. Carson Wentz is signed with
The Los Angeles
Rams. Yeah, that's an interesting pickup.
I'm sure Sean McVay's thinking, I got Baker Mayfield last year. He won a game or two for me. I might be able to do the same with Carson Wentz. I don't hate it at all.
I don't hate it at all. Stafford's obviously injured. He's not
supposed to be back though.
He's supposed to be back.
He's
So
supposed to be
Carson's
back,
like
and
insurance
Wentz-
plan.
Yep.
Right.
That's exactly.
Because they have a bye week this week, so that gives Stafford a little extra time, but
Right.
also gives Carson Wentz a little time to learn the system.
It is, and you know what? That's a good point that you brought up the bye week. It gives him like over a week to learn it. But you know what? If he does play and doesn't play well, all the Ram fans are going to go, Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs got the playbook like walking into the stadium, learned it, won it. But he's also a rocket scientist. Carson Wentz, I don't know if he's a rocket scientist. I mean, he went to South Dakota University. Oh, did you hear that clicking? That's everyone in South Dakota turning the show off. Please come back, South Dakota. You have Mount Rushmore. Anyway, Carson Wentz is now a Ram. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, the guy's gotten a bad rap. I mean, he had such a great start in Philly, and then it just kind of went downhill. He has a Super Bowl ring, though, because technically he was the starter before Nick Foles came in.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Nick. All right, real quick. I know we got Duane Colucci on deck. What's that?
That's one nickname for him.
That's what did I call him?
You said touchdown Nick.
Well, there's actually he actually has an R-rated nickname that I don't think I can share. I don't know if
Well,
anyone.
touchdown Nick works because he's one of the quarterbacks in NFL history to throw 7 touchdowns in a game. So
Touchdown Nick.
yeah, there you go. That works.
By the way, trademark that right now. Touchdown Nick. Let his people know that I've come up with the nickname. All right, we have our final baseball story of the year. Duane Colucci's laughing. He's having a good time. He's going to be on any second now. The Cleveland Guardians. I didn't say the Cleveland Commanders.
That's not it.
No, I didn't. What?
The Commanders wasn't.
I know. That's the joke, Ryan. Instead of saying the I word in National Indigenous
iRobot?
People Month in November, I said the Commanders. So it's like I didn't say the r.
Well, it's not even the same. Okay. Anyway.
I know it's not the same sport. Comedy doesn't have to make sense all the time. Ann's laughing hysterically over there, sipping on a Red Bull, eating candy, Halloween candy. The bag was this full. Now it's this full.
You
All
have
right,
a
so anyway,
warhead
it's
this
soon to be
morning?
the Oakland A's,
No.
the Vegas A's.
No.
Anyway, they hired catcher. This guy used to play for Oakland, Stephen Vogt, appropriately named on Election Day, Stephen Vogt. So he's hired by the manager of the Guardians. This guy did something amazing in his career. We have a video of it. Go ahead, roll it, Devin. Go ahead. He's a manager. So here we go. This is his first major league at bat. Finally gets his first hit. So he's celebrating because, hey, I'm no longer an ofer. But he hit a homer, his first hit. The team decides, all right, that was kind of pathetic that it took you that long to get your first hit. Yeah, so great story. Anyway, he's the new manager of the Guardians. I almost said it. Almost said it. It's National Indigenous Month. Don't do that. But anyway, congratulations. And that's just a great story. Home run for your first hit and your last hit. I was at a baseball game in Pittsburgh, 1990. Kid named Chris Jellick, who played at the University of Pittsburgh, got called up by the Mets. He was a football player at Pitt. He was a pretty good quarterback at Pitt. Gets called up by the Mets, plays one game, one at-bat, maybe more than one at-bat, but one game. It was October 3rd. I remember because I looked it up last night. Hit a home run. So me and my buddy, Bill Neofus, we stood up, we clapped. Everyone's like, what, you like the Mets? We're like, no, he's a Pittsburgh kid, right? Played at Pitt, he hit a home run. Never played in the majors again. One game, sort of a Moonlight Graham kind of thing there. But he's on the list of people who homered in their last at-bat. That's pretty, Ted Williams, Stephen Vogt, Chris Jellick. All right, there you go. Lastly, this date in gambling history, the Detroit Lions and New York Giants played in a 0-0 tie at Briggs Stadium. It was the 73rd time the NFL ended in a scoreless tie. And all the other sports books laughed at a young Chris Andrews when he had the over at one point. So he got the last laugh. But anyway, the book cleaned up with the unders. Now, there was never another scoreless game. Duane Colucci, we're going to talk about unders with him coming up this week. But the last game that went 3-0, and I bet you Duane might remember this, it was in New England. It was the snowplow game. And here we go. We got some footage of this. I remember watching this game. Kicker John Smith kicks the winning field goal after a patch of land was cleared off by a convicted felon who was working at the stadium. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is Exhibit A of how the Patriots have cheated for decades, right? Deflategate, they deflated balls. Bill Belichick, he's filmed other teams. But look at this. You're way too young to remember this.
I don't remember.
Cleared off a patch, which is highly illegal. Don Shula was pissed. He was the coach of the Dolphins. Look at him. He's pissed. He's like, this is ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure last year the Bears got a flag for drying the field with a towel.
I think you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't do that. But look, nice little patch. John Smith, lefty. Bam. They win 3-0. So anyway, there you go. So speaking of low overs, man, there is a low over in college football, and Alex is going to talk about it, but this guy who's been waiting so patiently, and by the way, I want to point out laughing. I appreciate that. That's why I love him. He's an Italian. All right, we can do this. Race and sports manager at the Rampart, and he also runs the Race and Sports. I wrote it down, Duane, and I can't even read my own writing. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Rampart Casino, sportsbook director, Duane Colucci, ladies and gentlemen. Duane is here. Duane, we got to put our headsets on.
You.
Oh, my God, I never do this. Hold on, Duane. I always fumble for the headphones. Oh, my God. Just going to wear them like that. There's me. That's me with the headphones right there. That's Denny Nagel picking up a check. Doesn't want to pick it up. I've never put the headphones on.
And that's your friend.
And that's my friend. Duane, I apologize. Anyway, buddy, welcome back to the show. Return appearance. Thank you for being here.
Oh, definitely. Thanks for having me on, guys. I love joining Frank. And I was cracking up. You see, the whole 15, 20-minute segment was amazing.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
We were a little longer
today.
today.
You must subscribe.
Yes, you must subscribe to this damn show. You heard it from Duane Colucci. Duane, we appreciate it. And by the way, the crew's finally starting to laugh out loud. For the first few weeks, they'd hold in their laughter. I'm like, guys, please laugh. I just stand up. I need the laughter. Don't do that. But anyway, we were talking about how that game was 3-0. There's some low. This Iowa team. What does Rampart got right now on this Iowa Rutgers over? I think South Point's 28.5.
Yes, that is exactly correct, Frank. And we share the lines with South Point. So, yes, we are at 28.5. And last week, the field was tore up. Still can't score. I mean, I can't believe it how a college, basically program could just, they're just synonymous with unders. And they can't put the ball in the end zone. And the opponent really can't either. So it keeps it at a low total. And it's hard on us bookmakers to create totals on this team and any matchup that they have just because of these factors. And Wrigley was just tore up last week. I mean, you could see big chunks of the sod that were just, made it even worse. And that definitely played into all the people who bet the unders hands. And we have to be careful with this team moving forward, making these totals. 28.5 at the Rampart and South Point, Frank. That's like unheard of. Usually that's like a first half, basic total.
That's a first half USC game. That's a first quarter USC over right there. Thanks to the Grinch who they fired. Anyway, Alex, 28.5. Have you ever seen you've never seen one that low?
No, I haven't. And I'm curious, so if they go on to play in the Big Ten championship against Michigan or Ohio State, how do you go about making that total?
Well, you definitely have to adjust it then, Alex, because Michigan and Ohio State, you're going to assume, could play a higher brand of offense that could definitely punch it into the end zone. But anything is capable with this team. Look at the past scores of the last few weeks. And, definitely everybody is playing the under. It has now become a trend, and we have to watch it. But we would definitely make adjustments on that, Alex, because those are much better teams, in my opinion. I think Michigan is really strong this year. Ohio State, they had a little hiccup last weekend, but they're definitely at the top. And if they do end up playing one of these teams, you will see a much greater total naturally than the 28.5.
Well, this is what I just heard, that Michigan, they're probably going to play Iowa, and they're like, you know what? Don't even bother stealing signs. We don't even need them. We don't need Iowa. We're playing Iowa. Yeah, don't worry. Don't send the guy with the sunglasses. We don't need it. Stallion, what's his name? Anyway, yeah. And what do you think about this Michigan thing? Is this isn't affecting lines yet? Could it affect lines? Harbaugh could get in trouble, and this is unprecedented in season. So what is the action like with Michigan there? I mean, what are you seeing happening with the Wolverines?
Well, I still see a lot of Michigan backers. I mean, until he's not on the sideline, that definitely is when it comes into play. And then you start maybe adjusting slightly. But, I mean, the team seems so well coached. They're playing at a high level. So a lot remains to be seen, Frank, with this situation. Definitely Harbaugh is, a focal coach, one of the premier head coaches that everybody asphyxiates on. So, definitely I think if he's not on the sideline, then it becomes a factor. If you're removing certain coaches, whatnot, then we would make line adjustments. But still, the Michigan Packers are out there. They're a top 5 team. They've proven it. They're playing at a monster level, and I think they will continue on through this Big Ten.
This week they're playing Penn State. Are you seeing two-way action there?
Yeah, definitely, Alex. Penn State is a definite team that also they have a focal, fan base. But Michigan so far has been still taking a little slightly higher ticket count in this matchup. But this is a better matchup than we've seen. Maybe Michigan will be tested. I don't feel so. I think Michigan is the best team in that conference.
Yeah, I mean, and by the way, I grew up, I didn't like any of the Big Ten. I was like a Pitt fan. I still am a Pitt fan. So, my two favorite teams were Pitt and whoever's playing Penn State. That was the bumper sticker. And the only thing I can say about Michigan, and I would watch a lot of their games because in Pittsburgh, we got a lot of Michigan games on TV. This is like Bo Schembechler days. They, in my opinion, and Alex and Duane, you can voice your opinion on this, best theme, the best band song. Right, Michigan, dun 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 dun. Notre Dame's up, but Michigan, you can't even hum other college fight songs, can you? Does anyone else know?
Than, like you said, Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame and Michigan. That's always good.
That's about it.
And now
those are the two synonymous.
But when I hear Notre Dame, I start crying because I think of Rudy, and I think of Rudy when he got the letter.
I don't.
Got the letter. You don't like Rudy? You don't like Rudy? How can you not like Rudy?
I don't mind Rudy. I just don't think of Rudy. It was years of dominance, Frank. Back then, that's what I think of, and now it's come back down to earth.
And that's Bishop Gorman's fight song, and that's where I went. We stole it from Notre Dame. So now, and they're a dominant football team as well at the high school level.
Are you allowed to do that?
Yes.
I
They're
don't
both
know.
Catholic schools.
I mean, maybe it's slightly different, but it's
Catholic schools.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex is right. They were so dominant that their coach got the UNLV job. So a few years back, Coach Sanchez.
Yep.
So yeah, she enjoyed a lot of dominating football at Bishop Gorman, without a doubt.
I think they're currently number 1 in the nation right now.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow. When I was a kid, North Allegheny in the mid '80s, where I went to school in Pittsburgh, they were number 1 in the country. That's when USA Today had. By the way, USA Today still exists. I don't know if they exist in paper form, like when you'd actually see newspapers. Ryan,
Today?
it was printed paper.
I contribute to articles there, Frank. They still are in paper.
Yeah,
I contribute to them as well.
Oh, you know what? It's my favorite newspaper in the world.
You just did a double blast for us.
Well, there you go. Subscribe to USA Today. They had film reviews when I was a kid. Mike Clark was my favorite film guy. So I loved the USA Today because I'm a simple boy and the pages were in color. And I went, ooh, pretty colors. And then it would get on your fingers. Newspapers, Ryan. Did you ever read a newspaper?
Yes. Yes. They were on my driveway growing up.
They were on your driveway?
Yeah.
You didn't deliver them? You never had a paper route?
No.
Spoiled kid. Spoiled little kid. Never had a paper. I took over my friend Bob Dell, if Bob Dell's watching live, he had a paper route, and I took it over once. And on Sunday mornings was a heavy load, and I didn't get up because my mom went and delivered them for me. Another reason my mom's the greatest. Happy birthday again, Mom, from Sunday. All right, I don't know how we got off on a newspaper track, but I see you're wearing a Habs hat. We know you're a hockey guy. You're surrounded by hockey stuff right now.
Surrounded, and we got Jake LaMotta and De Niro.
No, you don't. The Raging. Where do you?
Yes,
is that that black and white picture?
Autograph too.
By Jake.
Autograph picture. Yes.
By Jake and De Niro, or just Jake?
Yes, Jake and De Niro.
Come on.
Yes, that's one of my prized possessions. And you can't see to the other side there. That's actually Sandy Koufax signed Bill Gallo lithograph.
Nice.
He was a famous writer and drawer for the New York Daily News. So, a couple of my prized possessions up there.
Now, how are you a Koufax fan when you played for the LA Dodgers? But is it because of Brooklyn?
My dad grew up in Brooklyn and we're New Yorkers. So, yeah, my dad went to Ebbets Field and all that. So I was brought up as a Dodger fan, despite them being in L.A. And just the tremendous stories of the Duke and Koufax and all those phenomenal teams, Pee Wee Reese. I was brought up as a Dodger fan. And I lived in Queens, Frank, most of my life. So saw a lot of games, excellent games. Fernando against Gooden at Shea Stadium, marquee matchups. It was always a lot of fun. The Mets were dominant back in those years until we got going with Kirk Gibson, and that was just a phenomenal series and great for baseball overall. But I attended so many games at Shea Stadium. Have not been to the new stadiums yet, but Yankee Stadium as well. I was there when George Brett hit that home run in the AL.
The Pine Tar game? Oh, not the Pine Tar game. Not Pine Tar.
No, okay. The Pine Tar game. I remember I was watching in my living room on Channel 11 WPIX, and that was just unbelievable when Brett went crazy, and only Billy Martin could provoke that and have that genius of the pine tar and the measurement and all that. But those were when I really enjoyed baseball. I loved baseball back in the 70s, 80s, and even the 90s were great. And now it's evolved, and we had an excellent World Series. Don't get me wrong, but a lot has changed in the game. A lot of the fundamentals and the strategy has been taken out of baseball. The hit and run and all that, the bunts, moving guys over, the stolen bases. But I like the way now they're controlling the time, and they've made a lot of positive movement in the last couple of years.
Yeah, it helped the stolen base come back for sure. That's for sure.
Going back to hockey a little bit, Montreal tonight playing Tampa Bay. Good spot for them, right? Because Tampa Bay playing on back-to-back nights. They went to overtime against Toronto. That had to take a lot out of them. I'm seeing plus money with the Canadians, plus 118.
Yeah, Alex, plus 118, but you got to remember also it's Montreal's first game back off the road trip. So usually that's a synonymous play for wise guys, but it hasn't played out that much. I think you'll see Jake Allen between the pipes, and definitely that is a marquee matchup that Tampa is coming off of. You know how hungry Toronto has been just because they haven't been playing all that well. So, yes, this could be a nice spot. Hoping Cole Caulfield could light the lamp tonight and Montreal could get that second line going, with Alex Newhook. They're banged up. up, though. You know, they lost Doc at the start of the season, which is a huge, huge asset that they were hanging their hat on, and now he's not available. So they're going to have to get some excellent goaltending tonight, and that first line is really going to have to get going with Suzuki and those guys, like I said, Cole Caulfield. And Monahan has been fabulous, so definitely Montreal has a chance in this game. I like Alex's pick, actually, despite them coming off the road trip.
I like how you brought that up, though, because there are so many factors. You can't just look and say, oh, Tampa played yesterday, guaranteed they're going to come out slow tonight. Different factors, got to have everything in there.
Very nice.
Yes.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I need a sip of water. Hold on one second.
Well, can I jump in?
Yes, please. Take over. Yeah, please.
I want to jump into college basketball really quick and get your take on this Baylor game. So this game will be on ESPN. Baylor's top 20 right now, but it looks like they opened as the favorite, and the money's coming in on Auburn. Are you seeing that as well?
He's going to the
yeah, definitely, Alex. That's what we're seeing right here at the Rampart at South Point. I'm checking the lines right now as we speak. This is the ESPN game of the night, and we have now moved Auburn to a 1-point favorite at the South Point and the Rampart. So that's a ton of money when you're talking about a team that is ranked, and they open a 2-point favorite, and now the other way is a 1-point favorite. SEC team Auburn. We'll see how this plays out. I mean, we took a lot of sharp money on this game early, and it is the focal point of the night. After playing so many games last night, the schedule was really, I mean, there was so many teams in action, and this is the marquee matchup and the handle leader so far at the Rampart and South Point on the college basketball slate.
Would you say Sharps like that spot, though, being on national television against a ranked team? They know the other team is going to give their best effort, but, I mean, is there anything else that could have gone into this to have so much support on the Auburn side?
Well, you know, definitely it's been sharp money. I'm looking also at the injury report. And, you know, there are some players that are listed as banged up for Baylor, but I think it's just more of an overreaction. I mean, it's the first game, Alex. Right. How could you really get a read on these teams? I want to see some of them get out there and play. That's what's so important. So, you know, Sharps are going to jump on if they think we've made a inadequate line, you know, but I'm seeing that Auburn is, you know, we have Broom, he's up to probable now from the shoulder injury. I guess that's somewhat making a factor, but it's the first game, like I said. So sharp money came in initial. Definitely, like we said, it's the TV game, so that also makes it important. And people, the general public, will parlay on the TV game just because they can watch and view it, along with some of the NBA, actually the NHL action. There is no NBA action.
And what's the handle like on college basketball last night? Were you guys busy for that?
Oh, yeah. It was phenomenal. I saw a definite spike. And, you know, you add that in with the football game, like you said, that was pretty boring.
There was a football game on last night? I didn't realize that. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, Zach Wilson, I mean, how many times is this guy going to learn? How many times do you have to get hit before you get rid of the ball? And it just doesn't seem like he could get a read on these blitzes and these defenses. And he doesn't get rid of the ball in time. So, you know, you definitely had an adverse matchup. You knew you were going to get a lot more Los Angeles money. So there were tons of parlays with the college slate last night, and definitely it helped increase our handle, and it was a lot of fun seeing a lot of faces that you haven't seen in a while come out and bet on these college basketball games. But like I said, it's the first night. You can't go crazy unless you have a real strong feeling, Frank. So
do you watch the
it'll gradually increase.
Okay, did you watch the Manning cast? Do you watch? I'm fascinated. I mean, I like Joe Buck and everything, but I love when the Manning brothers do it. It was so funny to watch Peyton Manning's reactions to every time that Zach Wilson's back to throw the ball. He's like, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. Oh, and then he would take the sack, and Peyton Manning's just, you know, he's dumbfounded. And it's just, I love this Manning cast because the two of them, and Eli Manning gets teased because he's kind of a mouth breather and all that, but he knows his stuff too. But to watch them break down the game is fascinating, but they just couldn't believe what Zach Wilson was doing, or actually not doing. And I mean, it was comical at one point. I mean, they had Arnold on, then we had Keyshawn Johnson on, and Keyshawn Johnson was laughing about it. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, when did they make a change? I mean, I don't even know who they have. I mean, Joe Namath might be able to come out and play better at 80. I don't get it.
Well, that's what they're looking to. They're definitely, and like you said, with the Carson Wentz signing now, that's another guy that's off the table.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you keep putting Wilson out there. And the only guys weren't smiling, like you said, Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers. These are the guys not smiling. And how does Aaron Rodgers push himself to come back before the end of the season if you don't have playoff implications or you're not on the cusp? So also a game like that, you're taking away, another opportunity to where Rodgers will rush back and you can make a playoff push. I mean, you're talking about a team that up until last night is over 500, and now they've come back down to earth, and definitely a Charger defense like that is going to exploit you. They have so much with Bosa, Mac. It was unbelievable just watching him run for his life. And, let's not all put it on Wilson. What happened to Dalvin Cook?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is non-existent. He is like averaging, 2.5 yards a carry?
They gave him a ton of money.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And he was a superstar in Minnesota and probably part of the reason that Minnesota has come back down to earth, Frank. So, I don't understand the Jets. Robert Saleh is an excellent head coach. He got a great defense there. He's got to pull the trigger sooner or later.
It was brutal to watch. And then, by the way, a lot of people were sweating. The only thing entertaining was the end of the game when the over-under was kind of in question there, depended if you had 40. It was close, right? Because if they score, it could be a push. It could be, so that was the only exciting point. I always miss, now that the gambling is legalized so many places, I miss when Al Michaels used to do his little sneaky jabs at the over-under.
Now it's officially over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's officially, Al Michaels was the best. There's the Chargers Jets line. Yeah, it was 40. It was 41, and the final score was 27. It was close. It was close. What can people? What do we expect? I haven't been to the Rampart Casino. I got to come out and see you. I want to meet you in person. What's the clientele like? What's the atmosphere like at the Rampart? And it's in Summerlin, so it's not too far from here, about 15 minutes from us.
Yeah, definitely. It takes me, on the 215, it's definitely a quick commute to the South Point. And, the affiliation with the South Point is fabulous. Like I keep saying time and time again, Frank, we have the same betting menu that the South Point has on the sports side. And we carry all the racetracks as well. So the race is exactly the same, basically, as well. It's just a great, great affiliation. We have the only working buffet right now in the Summerlin area, which is awesome. I mean, our buffet is tremendous. It is so it sparkles when you come in, and it's right across from the Race at Sportsbook. I mean, we have an excellent Asian fusion with Jade. We have Spadini. We have the Hawthorne, which is upscale steaks and lobsters and everything. We have so many amenities at the Rampart. It is just a phenomenal property. We have the JW Marriott affiliation as well, Frank. Okay. The hotel is unbelievable. The pool area, I must say, we blow South Point away. Our pool area is just tremendous with a waterfall, all the palm trees.
There's a waterfall.
And just the landscape of the Rampart Casino. You could walk around and just enjoy all, we have ducks in our pond, a koi pond. It's just a phenomenal feel. And you got to come out and see it, Frank. That's Summerlin. That's how we do it in Summerlin.
I've never heard of a buffet described as sparkling. I got to come see this. But matter of fact, rename that right now, the Sparkle Buffet. Business goes up 40%. I TM that. Trademark that. Ryan, get on that. Alex, you had something for Duane?
Yeah, I just have one more question about college basketball. My favorite part of this time of year is grabbing some futures tickets. Ooh. So you've got a couple in your pocket, right, going into the tournament. Are there any teams that you think are undervalued right now that you could get pretty good odds on?
That's tough to say, Alex. I would probably say maybe Kentucky. I mean, I always think Calipari will have a little trick up his sleeve. So they definitely are a team that is at times now undervalued because the move with Cronin to UCLA, they're always a focal point now in the futures market. You take Gonzaga action like you always do because they've dominated that conference for so many years. So there's a lot of sleeper teams out there. And if you do your homework, I definitely think you're going to find some teams that you get definitely more value on the futures market. But the tournament is so difficult to handicap. I basically don't really bet my futures, Alex, and I love to wager on college basketball. But I'll do it, right about before conference tournaments. Okay. I'll look for good prices in those tournaments on teams that need to make it. And I will also make those wagers on the futures when the field is announced as well.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah. Excuse me. Would you have any picks for us tonight? Anything you're looking at you want to maybe throw out to our to our viewers here. We got our subscribers up. We got our viewers up. Also,
yeah, definitely. I'll give you guys a few NHL picks. You know, that's definitely my forte.
Yeah, you got the hat
I think that Pittsburgh on the road tonight, I'm looking at a huge price, but you're going to have to lay the puck line there. We're 190 at the Rampart and South Point. Anaheim, they're coming off that huge victory against the Golden Knights. But keep in mind, the Golden Knights were playing a back-to-back after just destroying their major competition in the Western Conference, the Colorado Avalanche. And that was such an unbelievable performance, and they had the lead, and then they faltered late. We're seeing a lot of action on Pittsburgh. That graphic is way behind. We are sitting, like I said, at 190 at the Rampart and South Point. So you're going to have to lay the puck line. Colorado is pumped up too. Now, you're seeing this, Frank and Alex. You're constantly seeing Edmonton and Colorado pumped up, and this is a prime time where you could bet against these teams. I feel it's early in the season. Edmonton is going to have coaching problems. You saw last night, Vancouver just wiped them out. So I'll take the plus against Colorado tonight with the Devils, even though Jack Hughes is banged up. Jack Hughes, one of the premier players in the NHL, one of the top players, if not the top player. And I definitely think the Devils still have a chance. They were able to beat Chicago up the other night without him. And 4-2, they beat Chicago. I think they're definitely good at a plus. You're seeing Colorado all the way up to 190. And we're getting steam action on that game. Opened 170, now up to 190. I'll take the underdog in that position. We spoke about the Montreal Canadiens. They definitely have a chance tonight. And keep your eye on this New York Ranger team. They're very banged up. Let's keep in mind, Philip Hedl on IR. Adam Fox, probably the best defenseman in the Eastern Conference, long-term IR. And Shesterkin is banged up. Let's bet against New York tonight. Let's take a chance with the Red Wings. They faltered the other night without these players, and I don't believe that people understand how important Philip Hedl and Adam Fox are to that team. It's going to be a tough go now. They're going to be out for quite a while. Wow. I think the Rangers now is the time to bet against them. You're getting a nice plus like you see on the graphic. And I believe that game has even come down now at the Rampart and South Point. No, that's correct. You got the right line up there. So definitely, we're going to see how this plays out. Now we just seen a hit. Yeah, Rangers down to 150.
Right. So maybe take Paul McCartney and Wings tonight.
What's going on? People follow hockey now, Frank. Let me try to tell you, in Vegas especially.
Well, the Golden Knights obviously have a ton to do with that. Alex and Ryan, our producer, they're super fans of the Golden Knights. And I was a fan of the Golden Knights too, because after I'd watch a Penguin game, there was always late games, and I was never a Kings fan, so I'd always watch the Golden Knights game. Plus, they had Marc-Andre Fleury, who I loved as a Penguin. So I love watching back-to-backs, and just the atmosphere here. There'll be tons of jerseys here tonight for sure. I love it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Duane, end the night for me. You have the most New York voice of all time. Let me hear you try a British accent. Have you ever tried? I just want to hear you talk in a British accent.
A British accent. Wow. Oof. Wow, that's tough. Okay, mate. Definitely we will be going out to the pub tonight and have a few pints. So let's enjoy it. We used to have an Irish pub.
That was tremendous. Come on.
Duane Colucci. Let's have a few pints tonight and enjoy the NHL action as well as the college basketball. Alex and Frank, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. And I watch a lot of James Bond movies, but I don't know if Connery has that accent.
No, he was more Scottish. Yeah, right. That's you can't top that. You're one of my favorite guests on the show. We hope to have you back. I got to come out to Rampart and see you. You're the best. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Now, listen, on this commercial break, it's about the South Point. If they show the buffet, I don't know if it's sparkling. I don't know. We don't have a waterfall, apparently. Duane was saying we don't have a waterfall.
We have a live comment. We have a live
comment. Hold on. We have a live comment. What's the live comment?
Glitter buffet is taken.
Glitter buffet's
Sparkle buffet is open.
Sparkle buffet is open. The name Sparkle Buffet. Where's the glitter buffet? Is this like Mariah Carey?
Sure. It's from Bob Dell. Bob Dell says.
Bob Dell check.
This is the market.
All right. Enjoy our South Point commercial where the buffet does sparkle and our pool is awesome. We'll be right back. Thanks, Colucci.
Colucci.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show. Every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grandview Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grandview Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
I'll write the thing and we'll do it live. Bill O'Reilly is our hero here. If you haven't seen the clip, stay on YouTube after the show. The show's we got about 13 minutes left in the show. Stay on YouTube after you hit subscribe or share the link. And then go watch video. Bill O'Reilly's Meltdown. What's that?
I said, and like the video.
And like the video. Yeah, we'll do it live. It's still probably the most quoted line around here because we do it live. That's what LINE stands for. Punch lines live in Nevada every show. Trademark that. I have so many trademarks. Oh. I'm going to be rolling in the dough. Yeah, did you see lines live in Nevada every show? How you people should all be embarrassed that no one thought of this till I came here. Lines live in Nevada every show. Never be embarrassed. We have a great crew. Ann, Devin, Matt, Ryan. I want to make sure they like me. We're having a blast. Duane Colucci, the best.
Fantastic.
I got to go over to the Rampart. Look, and by the way, we do this on every episode. We freeze frame. There's a freeze frame right there of Duane Colucci still right there. And sometimes we just punch that in right there. If I make a bad joke the rest of the show, Devin, feel free to switch to that. Just throw it up there. We have Melissa Peterman was on. We have a look from her. Spencer might have the best looks, but we randomly do that. And we have Alex White here. Alex, it's always a pleasure to have you here. She was here the whole show. She was having fun, laughing at the tip-off with Dallas Graziani. Vinny, it's Italian, Vinny! Vinny's not here. Anyway, my friend Tony Diamond's in the studio, too, who's a producer on a little game show we like to call Street Smarts. That happened before Ryan was born. Did you ever see Street Smarts, Ryan?
Sorry, Frank.
Okay. Anyway, Alex, we're glad you're here. We were talking hockey with Duane Colucci. He has his Habs hat on. Yep. But you have a hockey pick for us tonight you want to talk about.
I do. So I have 1 under, 1 over. I usually do that. I like how he gave us some really good underdogs, some plus money.
What was that against the Rangers? Yeah, what was that? Was the Red Wings?
Red Wings, who have been playing very good
this year. They have been. They beat the Penguins the night I bet the Penguins.
And he makes a good point. Those players are very important to the New York Rangers.
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
Could be a good one. Okay, so first and foremost, we are going with an over here, and to no surprise at all, it is the San Jose Sharks.
San Jose Sharks.
So we've got the Flyers at the Sharks over 6.5 here.
That's low. It seems low. Now, we got to talk. I mean, San Jose is like the first team to allow 10 goals back-to-back games in literally a million years. And 6.5 seems low, but what are you thinking here? The Flyers are going to win this game. But 6.5, you like the over?
I do like the over. So it concerned me a little bit looking back before those 2 games where they gave up 10 goals. They had only scored 1 or 0 goals in all the games before. So they're not really helping in the total. So you're kind of relying on the other team. But here we have this Philadelphia team that's coming in. They don't have their normal goalie, Carter Hart. They have a backup that I don't know how to say his name, but it's Samuel.
What are his initials?
No,
take a stab at it. Take a stab. You got to take a stab. Urson. Ryan, any?
Doesn't sound like a hockey name, right? Okay.
Pull it up.
No one wants to take a stab at it. It's a backup.
I would think it's just Urson.
Okay, Urson.
Okay. Yeah, Samuel Urson.
So I think this is a great spot. A lot of goals here. You like overs, and I know you.
Basically, I'm the sucker. But I'm the typical gambler that comes into Vegas, right? You're riding a high. You're drinking those energy drinks like Ann drinks all day. And you're like, hey, I want goals. I want action. I want the over.
And I feel terrible because I meant to tell you yesterday that I thought it was a really good night for the Grand Salami.
Oh.
For the over, and 3 of the 4 games went over.
So the Grand Salami hit.
I'm sure it did.
If you're not familiar with the Grand Salami, you know what? How many games do we have tonight on the NHL schedule?
10.
What's our Grand Salami tonight?
It is 64 and a half.
64 and a half. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Salami, if you don't know, we like to break down the gambling terms. It's the combined goals of every NHL game. So you watch every hockey game and just go, shoot the puck, and you want goals. Now, we had one when we had the Frozen Frenzy.
Yep.
It was 103 and a half, the largest one ever. And I was a sucker, and I took it, and everyone's like, oh, it's not even going to come close. The late games, we got up to like 102. It came within 1 goal. But I like to bet goals. I will bet the over tonight in that game. I'm taking Alex's advice, who's on fire.
No, that was I was saying I felt I should have told you yesterday to take the over.
I'm doing the Grand Salami. I'll take the salami tonight, Anna. I'm going to do it. I'm just betting overs. Take my money.
Okay.
It's going to go to the window. Take it.
Peter
Here
Griffin.
it is.
But I do like
team?
an under. So
you do. Oh.
You know, that's okay. It's
All
one
right, give
game.
your other pick. I apologize.
No, that's okay. My other pick is the Devils and the Avs under 6.5. So he likes the Devils here, and he mentioned they don't have Jack Hughes.
Right.
Big star for them. I think this will be a little bit more of a defensive battle. Both teams have been playing that way. The Devils did go on a streak of overs there for a little bit, so be cautious of that. But their last 2 have gone under, and Colorado has been playing more defense as of late, and he said the same thing. They just lost 7-0 to the Knights, so they'll come out tough in this one, but I think it'll be a battle.
Okay. But here's the thing. We'll take that under, right?
Yeah.
But the
you have plenty of other games.
Right, the over, I mean, come on. I mean, the Flyers, who I legally am not allowed to root for as a Pittsburgh Penguin and a Pittsburgh fan of every sport, the Flyers are like the most hated team in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask you about that.
Because
how is that?
Well, in Pittsburgh, we had the Phillies when I was a kid. They were in the National League East, so we hated the Phillies and, Mike Schmidt and Greg Luzinski and all those guys. Football, different conference, the Eagles and Steelers, so we only play once every 6 years or whatever. And then with hockey, though, it's, and we like to taunt Flyer fans because they haven't won the cup since the president was Gerald Ford or Richard Nixon, 1975, for God's sake. So you remember 1975, Ryan? What were you doing in 1975?
That was the year my parents were born.
His parents were born in 1975, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Anyway.
When I think of the Flyers, I think of like bullies.
Yeah, Broad Street bullies.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, but so just really the hockey is the big rivalry in that state. Yeah.
I have a friend who just, if you mention the Flyers, loses his mind. Yeah, he hates Philly. I mean, and it's all right because it's an in-state, the Keystone State thing. You take the turnpike up there, you go up to Philly. Yeah, it's not good. So when they play, it's a lot of fun.
But you're rooting for them to get goals tonight.
I am rooting for them to get goals tonight. And Ryan said something.
I think maybe you should wait a night or 2 for the over. But maybe I could be wrong.
No, I'm listening to you, Alex. I'm just a guy who wants to lose money, apparently. I'm going to do your bets. Trust me, you've been on fire lately. Ryan, how are your nights? Any take on hockey tonight for you? Because you're a big hockey guy too.
No, I'm just enjoying the night.
You're kind of reminding me of the SNL sketch with the Barry Gibb talk show, where Barry Gibb would turn to Robin and he would just go, no. No. Thank you very much. No. All right. Anyway, I love you, Ryan, though. But you're a Golden Knights guy.
You, Frank. Yeah.
You love the Knights.
Knights and Hawks, yeah.
Knights and Hawks. The Blackhawks, yeah. Well, we lost a bet on that. Anything else you were looking at tonight, Alex? You had a college football?
I do have a college football.
Yeah, let's talk about college football. We can do a parlay then. We can do an Alex White parlay.
Okay.
Or maybe we should do it. Nah, let's save it for Friday.
Save it for
Friday. Parlay. We're doing it Friday.
It's trademarked. We have
exactly. We trademarked it.
So Ohio and Buffalo under 44. Both teams are 3-2 in the MAC East right now. And Ohio's defense is really good. They are 7th of all the FBS teams in points allowed, giving up just 16.4 a game. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring one. Buffalo are 5-0 to the under in their last 5, which were all conference games. So under 44, Ohio and Buffalo.
I like it. Where's the game being played, by the way?
Buffalo.
It's in Buffalo. University of Ohio, I've been to. Has anyone ever been to University of Ohio? There you go, man. They have like the Halloween there is like this epic party. It's the best party you've ever been to. Now, I was there one year, and it was the first time I ever tried cider beer. Like, it had a deer on it. I don't remember the name of it. but there's a deer on it, and it tastes like it's very fruity and it's very good. So you're like, oh, I can drink 5 or 6 of these and be fine. Oh no, the liquor content is like triple a beer. Oh God, I can see the label. It was a deer. It was very bad. It was very bad. That's the only night I ever had cider beer because it didn't end well.
Oh no, you've never had it again?
No, it's kind of like rum and Coke. First thing I ever got drunk on was rum and Coke. I've never had a rum and Coke to this day.
Shoals?
Shoals? No, it was an angry deer. What was it? Chilling? No, it had a tough name. It was the deer basically took its pointers and hit me right in the ass with them because I had about 4 of them. They just bucked me right in the head. I was bucked up. Oh, that's her trademark! Bucked up! It should be, get all bucked up with this beer. Damn it.
Kind of like coffee too, but first time you had coffee wasn't a great experience.
First time I had coffee was earlier this week. I put mayonnaise in it. I ate a banana peel because the Will Levis diet. It was disgusting. Then my stomach hurt all weekend, and I talked to my mom. My mom's like, did you ever think, dummy, that it might have been because you put mayonnaise in coffee and ate a banana peel and all? Probably.
Shaxberry?
Shaxberry? No. I'll find it. They're doing something back there. There's something brewing back there. They're pulling something. Hey, it was a deer. It was a deer.
That was good.
Hornsby. I'm like an old grandfather. Hornsby. Rogers Hornsby, greatest player of the Cardinal. Yeah, I'm just yelling out. I think it was called Hornsby beer. Hornsby cider. Anyway, this has become fascinating. All right, so Alex, let's review your bets tonight.
Yes, so we've got beer. Ohio Buffalo college football under 44.
Ohio Buff under.
Wow.
We've got the Flyers Sharks over 6.5.
It was Hornsby.
And then we've got the Devils in Colorado under 6.5.
Under Devils.
Yes.
Under Devils. There it is, baby. Hornsby. Is there a deer on there? Is it a rhino? It's a rhino? It's a rhino. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have 4 Hornsbys and you get, it's a rhino, either way, they're going to hit you in the ass because I got something on their head or nose. That's it. Oh, yeah. Hornsby's hard cider. Stay away from that. Wait, they're a sponsor? No, Drink a Lot. No, they're not a sponsor. Yeah, Hornsby.
What's the percentage?
I swear it was a deer. I swear it was a deer.
That just tells
it's an animal of some sort. I don't know. So, all right, we got a lot of good picks. I love it. Alex, you're coming back Friday. And Friday, we're very excited because Billy Gardell is going to be on the show. He's going to be on the video. You'll be in the studio. Billy, who's originally from Pittsburgh, big Steeler fan. Chris Andrews, our sports director, is thrilled that Billy will be on the show. And he's going to have some great Vegas stories because we worked on Monopoly here together. So anyway, Billy Gardell on Friday. We're very excited about that. Yes, Ryan. We're playing Taylor Swift, baby. 22, show 22 is just about in the books, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go lunch with my buddy Tony Diamond. Tony's and his buddy. What's your friend's name? Barry. He's got his gold Knights shirt on, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Very good. Did you say very good? Alex, trademark that. Very good. I love it. Yeah, there it is. And Duane Colucci, did you like that joke? Did you think Barry Good was funny? There he is right there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put him in a collage with Spencer and Melissa Peterman and all the other people who give us just dead-eye stares once they log off. Anyway, thank you for watching the show. Listen, show 22. We've been at it for a while. Come out to the Sportsbook. Look at the Sportsbook. This will be crazy tonight for the Golden Knights game. I'm going to be watching the Penguins game probably down here, maybe. I don't know. And I'm going to be making these bets at the Sportsbook that Alex has recommended. I mean, we won last week on a Friday. And the Sports by the Book show, you guys hit a 5-teamer.
Yes, we did. But it's a good team effort, you know?
It's a good team effort. And doing the show is a good team effort. Thanks to Ann.
Yes.
Devin filling in today, Matt, Ryan, as always. And although Ryan didn't want to contribute his winnings from our Parlay to get the Chris Farley coin. So
did you say you wanted to?
I did
like
not.
Alex is the only
one. That was Alex's idea.
I'm going to do it with or without you guys. I'll have my own little jar
there you
up
go.
there.
And that's a preview for the with or without you. You can see you two at the Sphere here in Vegas, right down the street. Do we get any money for that? Anyway, thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow. We have more guests tomorrow. I'm not sure who it is, but just come back. It's going to be another great show. Thanks for watching. Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero. Lines live in Nevada. Every show.